Hello everyone. Bit of a weird time to do a live feed compared to what we normally do, but we're going to do it anyway. I'm going to send out some invites because, that's what you do on live feeds. That's how you get the people's watching. Send some of those out. Lovely. And I'm just going to start building this truck. That's my plan. Going to put a bit of thread lock in the top of my little lid here. Okay. Someone's joined us. I'm not sure who it is. Who's joined us? Righto. It's been so long, he's finally got his Facebook back. Welcome back, buddy. Thanks for joining. Pretty quick too, may I add. So I'm just going to start putting some of these wheels and tyres together, and then, depending on how that goes, I'm going to start the kit. Adam's joined us. Hello, Adam. Check that bad boy out, would you? Isn't that pretty? Look at that. That's epic. So yeah, I'm just going to start the kit basically. Now, I haven't even looked at the instructions yet, but I know how the wheels go together. So I'm just going to start putting the wheels together. Phil's joined us. Thanks for joining, Phil. I can see your little logo there. So yes, I'm just going to start putting these wheels together because then that gets that done. 5 bolts. Best bead locks ever. 5 bolts and they're done. See those? Easy. Easy. I remember when I got my SG4C Demon and I've seen all the bolts with those wheels. There must have been 48 or something between the front and back. It was just crazy. So yes, what's everyone doing? Lawrence has joined us. Thanks for joining, Lawrence. I'm just putting some wheels together, mate. The inner foams in these wheels are crazy hard. There we go. I say crazy hard. They're good. They're good hardness. But getting this massive beadlock ring in there is a bit of an act. So we have another live unboxing coming up. And if we get enough people watching today's feed, so if you want to give it a share, that's cool. If we get enough people watching today's feed, I will reveal during this feed what we're going to see in the unboxing. G'day, mate. Looking cool in there. Dude, it's so much cooler today than it was yesterday. So much cooler. Right. Top tip for all you kiddies out there. When you put some of your bead locks together, I've got the ring in there. That's all well and good. Okay? Ring's in there. If you're having trouble getting the ring, your actual wheel into the tyre, etc., do that. Just dab your finger, run it around the bead. Robert Maz has joined us. Thanks for joining, Robert. And then we can just slide that in there. Showing all the kiddies at home, Robert, how nice these wheels are. They are some pretty wheels. I think that's all lined up pretty well. Now, because I'm doing this on a live feed, it's bound to all go wrong. So if it does go wrong, don't blame me, don't blame the truck, just blame the fact that I'm doing this on a live feed. And that's, if it's going to go wrong, it'll go wrong on a live feed. Mark my words. Right, pop the back in here. Hopefully doing the wheels won't take too long. In you go. In you go. I have to make sure the bead's all seated nicely because I'd rather not have to pull the wheel apart and fix it. Because that's annoying. Mark my words, that is annoying. You got to get your little rear bead ring just in the right position before you go squeezing everything together, otherwise you'll torque the whole tyre around and you don't want to do that. So yeah, it's a bit of a relaxed live feed today. I figured, you know what? It's not 50,000 degrees outside today. I'm going to start putting the wheels together and then probably the truck. So why not have you guys along for the fun? 2 mil bob. I'll get that started. Right, that one has started. So feel free to say what you're doing, where you're from, etc. and so on, so everyone else knows. Ristos has joined us. Thanks for joining, Ristos. How easy are these wheels going together? Eh? Haven't swore once yet. I'll give you the tip. I've had some beadlock wheels in the past where swear words are a common part of putting them together. Now what I'm going to do is get all of these started nicely. Make sure it's all gonna cooperate and everything's gonna seat properly. Check at the front, make sure it all looks pretty, because I don't want to tighten it up and then go. Kyle's joined us. Thanks for joining, Kyle. Much appreciated. So I'm going to work my way around the wheel and slowly tighten it up so that it all tightens up evenly, so as we don't go pulling the bead out anywhere. Then once I have it tight, I will take one bolt out, put a little bit of Loctite on it, put it back in, and then I'll take the next bolt out and repeat the process all the way around so that they've all got a little dab. Jamie's joined us. Thanks for joining, Jamie. Much appreciated. Now, Tony Gutierrez won't be familiar with this method. It's called using your hands with your tools. Tony's a bit of a fanboy of using drills. Adam, my boy, sent the video you put up the other day of the monster truck doing a backflip, and now they want one. Dude, it's got to be said, it was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. I flipped that truck about 10 times, and there was a lot of times it landed on its roof, landed on the side and whatever else, and it just took it. It took all the crap I threw at it, which is lovely. Right, so slowly going around, working all the bolts until everything sits nice and snug. Official terminology. Not really. I don't know if this is going to be boring or not, because I don't know if I could sit there and watch some bloke build something, but I guess if it was something I was interested in, well then quite possibly yes. Right, now hopefully when I look at the front of the wheel, the bead's all perfect, because they are now nipped up tight. Oh, lovely. Moved my foam around a bit, get the foam to sit nice and level. Right, so that's how easy it is to put these wheels together. Now what I'm going to do is undo one of the bolts, take it all the way out, put it just a little, I've got Loctite in the top of my lid here. Just put a little dab. I don't want too much. I just want the tiniest dab. If you put too much, you'll never get them apart, and you'll break screws and stuff and annoy the crap out of yourself. Now I'll take the next one out. Lawrence, I'm thinking of getting the PG4L first, and I don't know. I didn't know you had a truck named after you. Yeah, there was a limited edition Johnny Burton series, PG4, which is an epic, massive honour. Thank you to Robert, who's with us now. Hopefully in the future we can do another limited edition, which would be epic. It'd be epic. Massive honour. The biggest moment in my RC life, without doubt. So yeah, that was pretty bloody cool. So 6 of those trucks went out, and they were all numbered. And if I'm correct, there's 3 or 4 of them in Australia, which is awesome. Right, remember too, when you're doing up the bolts on the back of your wheels, don't go cranking stupid hard. You're going to break something, and that's not the bolt's fault. That's yours for over tightening stuff. Just a smidge. I forget which one I started on now. I think that's the 3rd one. So I should have 2 left. Just make sure that's tight, but not too tight. So hopefully, if I can get these wheels together pretty quick, then we can start working on the instruction book and seeing what's first. Hopefully, it's start bolting stuff to the chassis. I hate building stuff, and when I built the Mammoth, you build so many different pieces before anything even goes close to touching the chassis, and that's annoying to me because I like to see progress. Robert Collins joined us. Thanks for joining, Robert. Thought I'd do a bit of a live feed for the Aussie time frame and the New Zealanders, the Kiwis. Not sure if I did this one or not. Best to be sure. I think this is the last one. Last one? Yes. Last one, just a smidge of Loctite. And then in she goes. Lovely. That's how you put a cross bead lock together. How easy was that? And then we grab one of these fancy doohickeys, which I have to paint. I'm still undecided on the paint colour for this truck yet. Push that into the wheel. Like yay. Bam. 2 down, 2 to go. How are you, Robert? How's your afternoon going? Did you go and hang out in the... Oh, you guys got the heat storm today. Heat wave. That we had yesterday, which was horrible. God, these wheels are heavy. This beadlock ring is massively heavy. So if anyone's got any questions, feel free. Because like I said, this is a bit more of a relaxed live feed today. I did say earlier, if we get enough people watching this live feed, I will reveal what will be unboxed in the next live feed. Get in there. I've gone way too wonky with my angles. Is what's happened there. So what's everyone up to? Not many of these comments are showing up. Ping. Refresh. Facebook's crap. Lawrence, did you say there's 3 options for hard body with the FR4? The FR4's all Lexan body, if I remember correctly. Robert can, if I get anything wrong, Robert can correct me. I'm pretty sure the FR4's just Lexan body. That's why, I mean, this is the FR4C, so it's the biggest, fanciest one you'll get, and it's got a Lexan body. So I think this is essentially a cheaper option to the full blown truck. If you look at the SU4, that's a full hard body. It's a 4-door hard body, full scale interior, the whole deal. That'd be your up here version. This is sort of your here version. You don't quite want to spend an extra $100 US. Tony Gutierrez has joined us from Tony's Discount RC Tyres. Ash funny right there. Now I need to pay attention. So I've got those wheels are facing opposite directions. That's one side. So this one needs to. And remember, when you do this, folks, you have to remember. Not all. You can't just smash them all together, put them on your truck, because then you'll end up with one backwards, and you don't want that. So that's got to go that way, and then that should go that way. Yes. Yes. That needs to go in there. Confusing myself now. Okie dokie. So, and this is also a bit of a test of live feed too. I mean, if you guys watch some of this and think, it was a bit crap, or not crap, or boring, or whatever, let me know, because I'm not going to sit here and do crap live feeds. No one wants to watch those. Someone else has joined us. I can see their picture. Alan's joined us. Thanks for joining, mate. Much appreciated. Line this up here. Lovely. So how is everyone? Lawrence wants Tony's wheels. Which ones, Lawrence? Because he's got about 50,000 of them. Tony's developed a really bad habit of just seeing some wheels he thinks are pretty and just buying them all, which is easy to do. It's really easy to do. What am I doing here? I'm not lined up somewhere properly. Alright, am I lined up there? I think I am. Just make sure my bead's nice and pretty. I've popped it. There we go. Bead's nice and pretty. And all going well, we should just be able to pop this together. All going well. That one started. Right, and we'll just start these all the way around. Slowly wind it down to the wheel pinches for those that didn't see the first one. That started. These wheels are brilliant to put together. Tony, you'd like these wheels, mate. You can do them by hand and it's not hard. So, what's everyone doing? Is anyone tinkering on their RCs? And if you are, what are you tinkering on? Is there any RCs you'd like me to unbox? Get my opinions on? I know Tony wants to see me unbox a Viterra. That'd be pretty funny. Now, I thought to myself too, I'm going to open up those diffs and check how much grease they've got, but I don't know where I've put my big tub of grease. Dennis has joined us. Thanks for joining, Dennis. Keep that side down, even it up. Says live is live. Nice wheels, mate. So good. So good. I'm really quite fond of these wheels, actually. When I seen the picture originally of these wheels, I was like, I'm neither here or there. Like, I love the truck. I'm sort of neither here or there on the wheels. Maybe I'll change the wheels. And then as soon as I seen the wheels, it was like, God damn, look at those wheels. So, yeah, these wheels are going on the truck, you bet. And they seem so simple to put together. I haven't swore once. It's just, you work your way around the wheel, make sure that it's working its way down level. That's the trick with bead locks. If you put one bolt in and crank it down too much and then put one in the other side and then crank it down too much, you're going to end up pulling the bead out somewhere. Alright, I think we're just about bottom. Tony, I'm going to have to get a set soon. Look, they're nice wheels, man. There's all that Mickey Mouse. Might loosen that and just check that. It hasn't quite released there. There we go. I see. There we are, lovely. I was pinching the lip. How big are the tyres compared to the standard TRX4 tyres? Crap, I've got standard TRX4 tyres here somewhere. Close to the same size. They're probably a bit skinnier. The TRX4 standard tyres are pretty chunky. As far as height goes, these are 115 millimeters tall. If you've got a standard ones there, Tony, so you can give everyone some measurements. These are 115 millimeters tall by 45 millimeters wide. Right, so I think we're at the point now where I can start pulling the bolt out and Loctiting it. And then we've only got one more wheel to go. Yay! This has actually been rather pleasurable. Right, so that's all down. So we're going to start over here, right next to the C on the cross logo. That way I'll remember which one I'm up to. And then we're going to dip that, for those that haven't seen it, just in here I've got some Loctite. I'm just going to put a smidge, just a little tiny bit. I'm going to nip that up. We're not going to go stupid tight because that's how you break bolts and then you blame the company that makes the truck because apparently it's their fault you broke the bolt. Hamish has joined us. Thanks for joining, Hamish. Dip that one. Shorter than TRX4. Yeah, probably is a touch. But I'll give you the tip. Much better tyre than a TRX4 tyre. Much better tyre. And the foams inside are much better too. What have I done, you clown? Started there. This is my next one. Did I do this one? I just grabbed one out of the tray. That wasn't very smart, was it? Did not do that one. Right. Next. So, what's everyone doing? How hot is it where you are? It was a record high yesterday here. 48 something degrees Celsius. Stupid hot. I didn't even come into the shed. That's how hot it was. Because if it's 40 degrees outside, it's nearly 60 in here. Nice tools. Best you'll get, mate. Cross RC tools, for those who haven't seen them. These things are awesome. I've got like 4 sets of these. 3 or 4. I've still got 1 set that are brand new in packet. But I love the fact that I've got them because I do like them. Where's the drill? Lol. No drills here, mate. Every screw gets put in by hand. Because that way I can go perfect. I don't have to stress. 60 Fahrenheit? No. If it's like 40 degrees Celsius outside, it's like 60 degrees Celsius in this shed. Which is like 1,000 Fahrenheit. Right. We're winning, kiddies. Only one wheel to go. Mine is still in the bag too. It's because you use your bloody drill for everything, Tony. Hey? So I hope I can smash this next wheel out real quick too, and then I can get started on the actual kit. I've got my Loctite. I think, no, that's the last one. Right, so that wheel's done. I'll pop the center cap in so you can see what it's like. Dave Burden's joined us. That's my brother. Everyone say hello to Dave. Right, pop that in there. Make sure my foam's sitting all pretty. That's another wheel done, isn't that pretty? Quite like that. When we get an air conditioner in there to make more videos. Oh, jeez. I wish the house had full vented system, and then I'd be laughing. I could be out here every day doing videos. But yeah, in the summertime, when it gets really hot, sorry for the noise. When it gets really hot, you can't sit in here. It's that hot in here. You just cannot sit in here. All right, last wheel. Easier than PG4 wheels. I didn't find the PG4 ones that bad, Tony. I didn't. But I mean, at the same time too, I've put a lot of wheels together. Get in there. The only hard part is if you put the ring in slightly the wrong direction, it's quite a squeeze to get that foam on this ring. There we go. These are pretty beefy centre rings though, to be honest. They are massively beefy. Right, work the foam around, pinching into the beadlock ring in the middle. That way, when you put the outer parts of your wheel in, it should all sit together nicely. Mr. Chris Leach has joined us. Leachy, how about this for a time for a live feed, mate? You guys asked for live feeds that were a bit more Aussie workout friendly. Ta-da! I've done my best. I have done my best. Hello, hello. I'll tell you what I am going to do. I'm going to rotate my fan a smidge because all the air from my fan's going behind me and that's useless. Hello, Mr. Leach. Oh, I've got to make sure I've got the wheels the right way. Triple double check this, people. Ooh. Which way are they going? They're opposites. They are opposites, so they're the same. They should be the same. Yes, so that is the left-hand side of the truck, and this needs to go that way. And that needs to go in this side. Pay attention when you do this, people. I hate pulling wheels apart because you've put too many tyres facing the same way. Horrible. Horrible thing it is. Lovely. Right. How's your day been, Mr. Leach? We need a BCRC hoodie. The link's at the top of the page, mate. I believe the link for the hoodie's at the top of the page, isn't it? I need to order myself another hoodie. I love my hoodie. It's so comfortable. And I'm not just saying that so you guys are going to buy one. If you buy a BCRC hoodie or a t-shirt or a mug or whatever, I make this much out of it. I didn't get them made so I make money off them. I got them made because we had members saying we want hoodies and we want mugs and whatever else. So I don't make anything off it. It's just so that if you guys want to represent BCRC, which is a massive honour in itself, if you want to represent BCRC, then you've got the option to do so. Tony, the new tyres are the same size as the PG4. Say hoodie again. How do you say it, Tony? Hoodie? Hoodie? Oh dear. Right, so I'm gonna get this lined up so we can start bolting it up. Move that around there a bit, lovely. Get the bead all situated perfectly. And then I can show you just how easy these wheels are to put together. So I did that first wheel today before the live feed. Ships worldwide, mate. The hoodies are made in the States, I believe. So it shouldn't take you long to get one. Bo's joined us. Thanks for joining, Bo. Hoodie, says Tony. It's a hoodie. It's not a hottie or anything like that. Steve's with us. Thanks for joining, Steve. Didn't see you just sneak in there, mate. Right. Double, triple check. Make sure all the beads perfect all the way around because I don't want to have to take it apart. I hate taking wheels apart. It's annoying. Right. Slide this in here. Give it a bit of a squeeze down. That one has started. How easy is this? Now, this is the part where you pray that as you tighten everything down, I should have tightened that first one a bit more. As you tighten everything down, it all sort of seats nicely and works perfectly. They all look a little small for my rig. Don't you like 1.9s, mate? Don't you like 1.9s, mate? You do have some pretty big trucks though, don't you? If I remember correctly. You have to share your creations in the group, mate. When's the unveiling? Unveiling of what, Tony? Right, they are all started so far. Beads still sitting perfectly. Now we're just going to work our way around. Don't tighten one bolt too much, just tighten it a little bit. Go to the next one, tighten it a little bit. That way everything should come together reasonably level. That's the plan. That is how you will put your bead lock together without pinching or without ripping or anything like that. Latest RC. I don't know. If we get some good numbers on this live feed, I may even show you guys in this live feed what's going to be unboxed in the next live feed, which may be in the morning. I don't know yet. Yeah, maybe in the morning or possibly Monday morning. And the reason I generally do start time between 10 and 11 o'clock is because that's when the biggest demographic of people are online, so we can get good numbers. And good numbers are important. I need to get good numbers on the live feeds. If I don't get good numbers on them, well, there's not much point doing them. 5 screws. Yes, sir, Bob. That's all it needs. Working my way round. Sweet. So nice when you look at the front and it's still perfect. Makes putting bead locks together enjoyable. All right. Roland's joined us. Thanks for joining, Roland. The tyres I'm using on hers look like Baja claws. Not sure what they are though. Right, we're bottoming now. That means the beads are coming together. So what I'll do is I'll just nip it up tight all the way around. Double, triple, ultra check my bead just to make sure it's all sat perfect. Lovely. Brilliant. Gotta love it when they go together nice. Right, so now what I'm going to do, and this is the easiest way to do this, take one out, a dab of Loctite, put it back in, tighten it up. The reason I do it this way, you need to flip your screen. There's nothing I can do, man. I've tried it 100,000 times. It won't flip. It won't mirror the screen. So, sorry. It looks like you're undoing them. I would too. Sorry. Unfortunately, there's not much I can do about that. Let's just, I'll try some sort of magic. No, it won't work. Sorry. Just going to have to use your imagination. I get what you mean though. Right, now, the reason I like to do my wheels this way to put your Loctite on it is because if you put your Loctite on your screws and then go and put the whole wheel together and then your beads off, then you take the screw back out and whatever else, well, you bring in most of the Loctite back off the screw anyway, so sort of wasting your time. If you get the wheel together all nicely, then you just take one out, just a tiny little dab of Loctite on it, and then do it back up. Easy. And because you've just taken it out and then you're putting it straight back in, nothing's moved, so it goes in that quick. That is the best way to do your beadlock wheels. Hub offset options? No, none. The hub is a part of the back of the wheel because the Cross doesn't see the need, Tony, to make the wheel and then charge you for the hub. I'm not a fan of that idea with any company. If you're going to make a set of beadlock wheels, make the wheels so I can just buy them, bolt them to my truck. Don't make it so I can buy the wheels and then buy extra bits so I can fit the wheels to my truck. That's just hunting for monies, I reckon. Any chance of a close-up of the tread pad? Yes. They do look aggressive. But look, they're scale, but they're aggressive at the same time, which is probably the best combo, right? That wheel's done. We've finished the wheels. Check that out. Now, this won't focus very well because Facebook's a bit of a... But that's the tread pattern. So you've got a decent lug on the side of it. That's scale, and they're just the right consistency. It's not too hard, it's not too soft, it's just right, you know? So that's our wheels done. I'll pop that centre cap in so I don't lose it. I'm going to double, triple check everything now because I've got one extra bolt. Yes. 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 So we have a spare. Anyone that tells you Cross doesn't give you enough bolts? Lol, we have a spare. Right, I know sometimes bolts are missing, I'm joking. Right, so there we have our little centre cap there. They're nice tyres, dude, and they perform. Can you show us the back of the complete wheel? That gives you the idea, Tony. 5 bolts, hex built into the wheel, heaps of room. So they'd no doubt go over a TRX4 portal. 100% no doubt whatsoever. Should be good for side grip. Look, and they are. The Demon, the SG4C Demon runs the same tyres, and I rate them. They are brilliant. I've had people before in the past say to me, why don't you change the tyres in Cross trucks? It's like, because they're good tyres, mate. I don't see the sense in going out and spending 60 to 80 bucks on a set of tyres when Cross gives you good tyres with your truck that look scale. I won't lie, I'm praying for the day that Cross makes a 1.55 truck. If you're watching, Cross, 1.55s. Okay, so that's the wheels done. I'll set those aside now. God, they're pretty. Have a go at those. I love those wheels. I will put up some photos later of those. Now, I'm going to have a swig of my coffee because that's what we do here. Looks like a Vanquish hub. Dude, it's not. It's just a hub that's in the wheel. It's a part of the CNC metal. It's not separate. Why buy bling when it works? Exactly right. Yeah, I think the majority of the tyres I've got on my trucks are all the tyres that come with it. I don't want to say if you can drive your truck properly, you need to change your tyres, because that's not a thing. Some tyres are terrible. I've got some tyres in my garage here that are only good enough for my garage because I know they're terrible. The original tyres off the CC01, woeful. They're like hard plastic tyres. That's what they feel like. I changed the tyres on the TRX4 to some Pitbull Mad Beasts, and they are wonderful. Silent Assassins they're known as, because of, you wouldn't expect them to do much because of the tread pattern, but they're actually really good. So yeah, I don't know. They were cheap tyres. If you can get stuff cheap, do it. Right. So there's my metal hexes and wheel nuts. They're going to stay in the box until the build's finished because there's no need to get them out. I do have some grease here. I don't know where my grease is. I've got crap here everywhere. Don't know. I'll tell you what I'll do. Just before I open the book, I'm going to crack open one of the diffs. Just to show you guys what you should do with your trucks. Rear diff here. This is what you should do with the truck that you buy, regardless of whether it's a kit, an RTR, or whatever. Right, now, first thing, shim the diffs. Shimming the diff will take the movement out of the output shaft, and it will make sure that you have a good connection with the crown gear in the diff, and there's not too much noise or rattle, right? That's important. Are they two? No. They're never the ones I grab. Right, so I'm going to undo the diff cover, and I'll be honest, I'm not expecting heaps of grease in here. And saying that, you don't need heaps. I've seen some pictures the other days of guys that just pack the crap out of their diffs. Don't do it. It's extra load for nothing. You don't need to pack your diffs. Especially parts like, say you've got an SCX10. I mean, this is a tiny little axle, so you're not going to get much grease in here anyway, but say you've got a SCX10 diff. There's no sense filling up this whole axle shaft with grease because the shaft's not touching anything. You can put a bit of grease down the end here and some where the bearings are. That's fine, but you don't need to pack the whole thing. Okay. Top tip for free. Now I can see these have had Loctite put on them, which is lovely. Come out. Robert, g'day Johnny. What are you doing today? Well, Robert, I've put together some beadlock wheels. Here it is, Tony. I've put together some beadlock wheels, and here's how fancy they look. All of the wheels are together now, and they are pretty weighty too, which is lovely. Lovely. Right. Pop that open. Yeah, there's a little bit in there, but not much. Which is fine. You guys, obviously, you'll look at that and go, oh, there's no grease in there at all. There is. It's white lithium grease, and it's hard to see. If you look just in here, you can see the blob. There is some grease in there. Most companies will ship trucks like this, and it's just how it is. If I could remember what I did with my grease, if only I could remember what I did with my grease. Tell you what, I'm going to flip the camera for a second and I'm going to have a quick sticky beak. That's what the internal looks like. Yep. Scale, tiny. I mean, I like it. Right, I'm going to flip the camera for one minute. You can have a look at the crapper. Yeah. The crapper's there. I'm just going to have a quick look for my grease in a couple of places it might be. Bear with me, we won't be too long. Now, normally I know where my grease is, but because I've moved everything around to build a new garage, stuff's been misplaced. Or just quickly put somewhere, and it's like, I'll remember where I put that, and then I never remember where I put that. So if I can't find it, well, I'll just have to put some of the grease in from the cross kit. I would like to find the grease I normally use though, because then that way I can show you guys the grease I normally use. Bugger. It appears I can't find the grease. With a quick look, I'm going to have to look later, I think. Yes, because I don't want to spend all day looking for it. That's fine. Oh, there it is. Lovely. Right. Yoink. Ta-da! That's what grease I use. Multi-purpose king chrome grease. Sorry about that. After I pulled down the old garage, I had to sort of just put stuff places. and stuff in place as I did. Right, so I've got my little old apply grease tool in here, which is an old bit. Where's? Right. So what did I miss? Oh, this is a crap feed, yeah. Sorry, it is what it is. There's not much I can do about it. Did I miss anything else? Where's Johnny? The axles are aluminiums. Right. Now, the reason I use the fine bit is so that I can get some grease and dab some grease on here, like yay, right? That's not heaps. And I can use my little bit to push the grease down in around the bearing, both sides. Lovely. This is really rewarding doing this. I like it. So like I say, do this with all your trucks. It's, if you open up your diff and there's not much grease in it, don't be surprised. Every brand out there does the same thing. Tamiya does it. I mean, it's just how it is. It saves costs. Fact of the matter is, you put a little bit of grease there. It's your job when you buy it to look after your truck and make sure it's maintained. So, well, it's not just trucks either. It's, you know, little race cars and whatever else as well. Right. Work some of that around there. Once I work some of it around, I'll put a little bit more. Was that on the shelf behind you? It was underneath the back of the bloody PG4. I went looking all the way over there. What, are you in here or something, Robert? Right, grab some more. Come on. Lovely. So yes, it was pretty close, Robert, apparently. Right. Lovely. That's good. There's not too much on there. That's just a good amount. Just going to push some of this around so it gets around the bearings and such some more. You have to remember too, this grease isn't going to go into every little spot it needs to go in until you go and drive the truck and the grease warms up and goes a bit thinner, etc. and so on. So I'm just working it around there, making sure I've got it so that once it does go that little bit thinner with a bit of heat in it, it will go all the places I want. Right, you see that? I know it's hard to see. I want you guys to see this so you know how to, I won't say pack a diff because you're not packing it. Alright. That there is plenty. Alright, all this stuff here that's sort of sitting together, once the diff warms up and the oil warms up, that'll sort of start to work together and come around the crown, etc. and so on, work its way into the bearings. That's plenty. You do not need to fully pack the diff. You just don't, okay? This is a part, Tony, of getting the flagship edition. If you buy the base model, you get plastic housings. So, and this is one of the good things. I know with the Demon, the original Demon, there was like 6 different models, which was too many. And, I mean, I said to Cross, it's too many, and I think Robert said to Cross, it's too many. So they're like, all right, we'll cut it back. So I think now there's either 3 or 4 editions per truck of whatever. Don's joined us. Thanks for joining, Don. Much appreciated, mate. So yeah, look, it all comes down to your budget, Tony, and what sort of truck you want, what you want to do with it at the end of the day. Right, diff cover going back on. God, that's pretty. A little dab of, just the smidgiest dab of Loctite. And then we'll put that back on. So remember, this, you have to do this. It doesn't matter what truck you buy. This is something that you should do, and don't over tighten these bolts because you will strip the head out of them. Any 1.5mm bolt, you do not need to crank hard on. You just need to, you get to the point where it's doing up and it's doing up. I know this looks like I'm undoing it, but it's doing up. It starts to go tight, and then you just sort of, just a little squeeze, if that makes sense. Is marine grease any good? It is. Just don't get stuff that's crazy thick. If you get grease that's really thick, all you're going to do is put load on your whole drive line. That puts load on your motor, puts more draw on your battery, puts more heat through your ESC, kaboof. So this king chrome stuff I found to be excellent. I use it in everything now. When you buy a tub this big, it's going to last you quite some time. I think that tub was about $16. So that's going to last me forever. Well, not the way I'm going. The way I'm going, it'll last me to probably mid-April. Right, so that's that one done. We might as well do the front diff while we're at it, and then I don't have to worry about it later. Right, just nip that up. Perfect. Lovely. Put that back into the bag because it's too pretty to scratch. Yes, I did get it at Bunnings. Yep. Like MTD bearing grease, okay, for nitro destroys electric. What did I see? I seen once a bloke used brake grease. Don't use brake grease. Like caliper grease, don't use it. It's too tacky. Front tips, that's what I'm after. Don't use caliper grease, it's too tacky. Trust me. It just sticks and puts lots of load on everything. Right, so I'll quickly rip the case off this one, and I'm expecting this to be exactly the same as the other one, which is fine. This is one of the big things too with RCs. You can't buy something and go, why isn't this perfect? Why isn't that perfect? Why isn't... Because if it was, it'd cost you twice as much money. And that's what it comes down to. Any company can say, okay, I want you to build this whole entire truck and everything has to be perfectly greased and Loctited and everything else. It's going to cost a bloody fortune to buy anything. And where's the fun in that? This is enjoyable, this stuff. Are you guys enjoying this feed or what? I don't know if this is boring to watch, but I mean, this is just some of this stuff you just have to do. And I'm sure at least one person learnt this is the proper way to pack a diff. Not pack, you know. Apply your greasages. So yeah, same situation in the front. Not much in there, but it is what it is. Now I've got a Hannah hair stuck in my grease. Pet peeve. But yeah, it's good. Righto. Yes, it's fun. Good. That's good to know because I'm sure there's plenty of times where I've sat down and built, and then thought to myself, I probably could have done a bloody live feed then. If anyone's got any questions, of course, feel free to ask. If you want to give it a share, feel free to do that too. Still cannot believe the amount of views we got in that live feed the other day. Jeez. It's up over 5,500, and that's just stupid. The reason I got so excited about that, and still am, generally speaking, when I do a live feed, if I hit 1,000 views overnight, that's a good live feed. Like, that's good numbers, I think. You know, I'm only a pokey little RC builder from Adelaide, and I'll say it to the day I die, I reckon. Anyway, to have that live feed hit 5,000 views overnight, it's just stupid. I mean, I hope the people that watched it liked it. Right, working the grease in. Something too, when you are putting the grease in your diff, try not to smear it everywhere, because you're just going to make a mess. Tony says it's been informative. Well, good. That's good. We can learn stuff and we can have fun at the same time. That's a good thing, I reckon. It's just simply a matter of I'm just showing you guys how I do stuff. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of blokes out there that have lots of RC trucks that have probably never done this before. I think that's pretty Mickey Mouse. I'm going to push some of that down a bit. The rest of the world requires translators. Yes, I reckon they do. Imagine if I just went full Aussie slang with a live feed. No one would know what I was talking about. How are you, cobber? Bloody oath. What do you reckon about this? And it's just... Struth. Stone the Flaming Crows. Throw all that sort of stuff in there. No one would know the hell. Tony watched it 4,500 times. What does grease taste like? horrible. As many of you know, I drove trucks and machinery all my life. Obviously now that's not something I can do because of my back injury, which is still ongoing. It's not as bad now as it was, but anyway, that's a story for another day. I used to grease trucks all the time, and if you're lucky enough, when you're laying underneath the truck greasing it, you might do one pump of the grease gun too much and then have a blob fall in your mouth. It's not pretty. It is not pretty. Swear words are said. Grease is not nice to taste. Not nice at all. So yeah, that answers that question for you, Tony. You're welcome to try it. I suggest if you try it, only have a little bit. Don't go over in spoonfuls of it, because if you die, it'll be my fault. A man from the United States died last night after ingesting a kilo of marine grease. I'm not tasting it. Yeah, go ahead and taste it. No, I'm not tasting it now. Look, I'm telling you, it's not nice. It is not pretty. And depending on how much you do taste, you won't taste anything else for the next 5 hours. Because it just lines your mouth. And you... So yeah, don't taste grease. It's not pretty. Right. Last one of these going in, and then I'm going to look at the book. I'm going to see what... the first step of the build. I mean, this is what you should do first. That way you know it's done. Okay, so that's all done and dusted. I haven't got any excess grease that's squeezed out anywhere. There is a little smidge there that I've put on with my fingers. Wipe off the excess grease. Otherwise, when you take it out on the trails, all the dirt's going to stick to the grease, and then you're going to end up with a horrible mess. Take care of your stuff, especially when it's this pretty. Go and check that out. When it's this pretty and it's brand new, take care of it. If you look after your truck from the moment you get it, odds are you'll look after it the whole time. There you go. King Chrome multi-purpose grease. And that's just, I find this stuff to be just the perfect consistency. Multi-lube lithium 2EP, if that helps you. That's what I use. And when I'm a good boy, I even put the lid back on it. Right, have a drink, pull out this book, and we're going to see what step number 1 is. Worse than siphoning petrol? Yes, Tony. Yep, it's right up there with swallowing a mouthful of diesel. Done that too. Not on purpose. I'm not one of those people. Right. Oh, Billy's with us. Thanks for joining, Billy. I didn't see you here, mate. Sorry. I like to say hello to everyone that turns up when they turn up. Right, so for those that don't know, when you when you get your cross book and you have a look at it, we can go more into depth now because, I mean, why not? This is your first page. What tools you're going to need. You're going to need a radio and battery and receiver and so forth and so on. And then it starts into the parts bits, what you get with it. Those are some nice axles. You're damn right they are. They are awesome. Lawrence joined us. Thanks for joining, Lauren. Right, so we're going to skip forward. Now, these instructions do tell you which bag and what parts are in which bag, so that's awesome. Matt Potts has joined us. Thanks for joining, Matt. Right. Right. Ooh, I like this kit already. First step, we need the chassis rails, which are in here. Awesome. It's going to instantly going to look like a truck. And that's the best kind of build. Yay! There we go. Right, we're going to need chassis rails. Look at the book. I've got to stop just looking at this because then I'm not going to look at this. And I need bag U. That's Q. I may need some Q bag too. Oh, bag U may have been the chassis rail bag. Anywho, I need. I know what bits I need by looking at the bits. That makes that's bag I. I don't need I yet. I need my. There we go. There we go. Right. So we're going to start by putting our side runners on. I need my bolts too. I've got to find that bag. I don't need the roof rack yet. That can go in the box. I know what that is. I don't even have to look at it. I'm not sure where this foam goes. I'll look at that later. But I do need this. I do need this. And I'm probably going to need some more of that. Now, top tip for everyone. X-Acto blade. Got to have one. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. When you break stuff off, you're going to have little pieces like this on your truck. And you don't want that. Lexan scissors, also handy too. Grab your Lexan scissors. Use an old pair. Don't use your brand new, really sharp pair. Grab your Lexan scissors and you can cut some of the dag off. Lovely. Do the same around here. Lovely. Then take your X-Acto blade, very carefully, just trim any crap off there that shouldn't be there. Obviously, for those that don't know, this is where the plastic is poured. Lovely. You can use sandpaper if you want to be that anal with it, but once you've had a bit of practice with these X-Acto blades, lovely. You can get it nice and... Where was that other one? There. Lovely. So doing this sort of stuff is the difference between having your truck look finished and your truck looking half-assed. If you build a truck and you've got big daggy bits like that everywhere, it's going to look half-assed. True story. If you were to sell your truck later on down the road and I look at it and I see big daggy bits of plastic everywhere, I'm going to offer you $50 less on the spot. True story. That's what I'm terrible at buying stuff. I mean, I'm good at buying. I'm terrible if you're the bloke selling. Because I will pick the shit out of everything. Where's the doink? The what? The doink? Or you mean the yoink? There's only certain occasions you use the yoink. Was it when I was cutting stuff? Well, memories are coming back now. Right, trim that off. Lovely. Right. So I'm going to need those two pieces. Apparently there is more pieces in the bag I need. Apparently. Oh, I need. I'm all over the shop. When you're sitting here and you're building by yourself, I talk to myself all the time when I build. So I figured, might as well laugh and talk to you guys. Right, I need that. Because I need the centre plate. I've seen those parts and I can't remember what bag they are. I know it says U, but I think the U was for the chassis rails. Yes, there they are. Bag Q. Yep, yoink. What did I use yoink for? I can't even remember now. Right, so I need two of these. Yoink. That's for the servo, that's for the motor mount. Don't need that yet. I do need that one, I believe. What's the part number? 403? Yes. Remember to look at your part numbers, kids. Really important. What's that one? That's a 402. No, I need a 303. No, don't need that. Let go. Oh, I need that one. I believe that's what I'm after. Or maybe it's not. I'm all over the shop. I don't usually build what I'm doing this. So if anything's going to go wrong, it'll be today. Just so you know, I haven't even found my nuts and bolts yet. But that's fine. That's all a part of the fun. Every time you cut something out, right? I shall be sure to remember. Yoink! Every time I cut something out. Oh, I need this piece. Bag I. I think the issue is, after I unboxed it, I sort of just threw stuff together. That's what the issue is. Right, so I need that one. That goes at the back. That's fine. That one goes in the middle. That's fine. That also goes in the middle. Two of these. Where do they go? Well, one of those. Oh, no. That's correct. Two of those. One other side. Never mind. Talking to myself. I believe they're link mounts. This so far, just looking at it, is massively different from building my Demon, which is good. Nuts and bolts. Hello, nuts and bolts. Not those ones. These ones. Bag U. That's the bag U it was talking about. My bad. Right, so these are numbered, so hopefully there's lots of little bags in here that are numbered with bolts. Which, if I remember correctly, ooh, there's loose ones in the bottom. Look, there's loose ones in the bottom. That was nearly a mess. Okay, so I need 11206. That's not numbered. That's not numbered. That's not numbered. This is why they've got pictures, kids. Okay. I'm not entirely sure. I need... Okay. Okay, so this bag here will have 90% of the bolts I need for the next 2 pages at least, because bag U is here and here. So I'm going to, with confidence, tip all these into my little tray. I'm going to hold that one up there. Yes, that is that one. That is that one. Or is that a touch longer? Is there 2 different sizes there? Talk to you later. Have fun. I'll watch the rest later. No worries, mate. I don't know how long this is going to go for. Probably not too much longer. I'll bolt some stuff to the thing. I've got to turn notifications off on stuff, seriously. Yeah, we'll see. Right, I'm just quickly going to put some of these bolts aside. They're all the same. Because they're the same. That's the same. That's the same. That's longer. That's a different head. That's the same. Longer. Even longer. Even longer. Different head. Okie dokie. We're starting to get a bit of a pile together now. So, I mean, it's just simple. You don't have to stress about it. That one's really long. That can go over there. That can go in the middle. That can go with the really long. Really long. Another really long. I'm going to guess they're for links or something. Really long. Another really long. Short. That's a really long too. That's a short. We've got mediums there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Right. Okay, so I need to back of the chassis. This that bolt needs to go through that one there, I believe. Let me just see if these holes line up where they should. Is that where that goes? This is why I don't build stuff on live feeds. If that goes there, the hole behind it doesn't line up. It doesn't matter because it's pinched. It's pinched in the dealie. It's fine. We'll put that in there. We'll see how that goes. Sit. Oh, that's a bigger. That's a bigger. This is why I don't build stuff on live feeds. Right. Do this one up. Robert, I've got to go. Homemade pizza time. Sounds good, mate. Go and enjoy. I'm not going to be doing this for heaps longer anyway, so you're not missing out on much. I'm just gonna pop some bolts in here and see if I've got it all correct. Like I say, I generally don't build stuff on live feeds because that is when stuff will go wrong. Right, that goes to there. Looks like a truck already. It's okay to watch you build because the stuff we all go through. Yeah, look, and it's just, it'd be nice if I could go, this is how you build this, and then it just all falls together exactly how it should. Right. So that's there. 1, 2, 3, and that uses the rounds. But that goes through. Okay, so now this is where you got to use your smarts. Billy, happy Friday. Keep up the great work. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Right, now, which way do these go? Paying attentions, they look the same front and back, but they're not. So this is where you've got to pay attention. The only difference in the front and back of this slider, this curved piece here. Right, there's the little end piece here. The little end piece here would be so easy for someone to go, just bolt it on and be incorrect. So I need, for this side, come on, brain. I do need that one for there. And then I need one of these. That is a 2mm. And then that goes through the third hole. Okay, thirds there. Okay, so that goes through that. And then that goes into the chassis. And then that goes into this cross member, which faces this way. Come on. Slide that in there. Third to there. Lovely. Lovely. I probably shouldn't have bolted both sides to the thing. Well, when I say probably, I mean I shouldn't have. But it's fine. We will make it work. We will. Right, so I need the same bolts for the middle. Into that, yes. Rolf's joined us. Thanks for joining, Rolf. I'm just confusing myself now. So that goes which way? They have to sit on top. That drops down into there. Like so, I believe. I'll take that one off the back. Rolf says, good morning. Morning, mate. I'm just tinkering. Tinkering with me FR4C. I'm probably not giving it the full concentration it deserves. But it is what it is. I'm going to take that side off. I'm going to do one side at a time because that's what the book says. So I probably should do it that way. Apparently. Right, I've got to follow these lines, so I'm going to use my smarts here. I have to have one of these pieces on the inside. One of those bolts goes through there, So bear with me if I go quiet. It's just because I'm trying to make sure I get it correct. So that is the front, yes. So that one goes through there with the two. Was that bolt, wasn't it? No, it wasn't that one. What time is it there now? It's about 5:30 in the afternoon, I think. Yes, 5:30 in the afternoon. Exactly. Is that the same number? No, that's an 08, so it's got to be longer. That's one of these. Good thing I checked that. Is that lined up? What have I done? I've cocked it up already. Yes, I think I have. Did I miss one there? This stuff happens to the best of us kids. I did stuff that up. My bad. So, okay, I see what I did. Oh, I see what I did there. That one's got to go through that one. That one's got to go through the third one. And then that should line that up. Yes. It's amazing how well this stuff works when you do it properly. Lawrence, catch you later. Time for his boys incident. No worries, mate. Thank you for stopping by. Won't be long and I'll be shutting it down anyway because I'm achieving nothing here. I'm confusing myself. Right, there we go. So yes. But I mean, if you guys enjoyed it, let me know. If you did, I'm happy to do more. Especially once my brain starts working. Gonna have to open another bag. Oh, there we go. Right, so the front here, that should, if I'm correct, loosen that a smidge. Not that tight yet. That should go in here, I believe, unless I've got it wrong. This wouldn't be the first time, apparently. What we're doing. Like missed the live feeds. There's been a few, alright? You have missed a few. Right. That in there. That in there. Just a bit tight, that. Just a bit tight, but it all goes together how it should. Start that one in there. Lovely. Start this one here, which I believe will end up being a link mount. I could be wrong. Could be way off. Because I'm guessing, I probably am. Did that start? Lovely. That's in there. Tighten this one here up. And I think I'm now actually doing it right. Right. Got to take more screws because I need more flat tops, which I believe are in here. Yes. Early morning here. 08 a morning. What? What? Right. Lovely. Number 2. Right, now I've got to suss out my middle piece. Which holes that lines up with. That one goes through, okay, 1, 2, 3. And we got 1, 2, and the one that way. That goes that way. Right. Does that go on the outside or the inside? I bet you I've cocked up. Yeah, I bet you I have too. Silly boy. Neil's made it. Woo! You haven't missed much, mate. The last 10 minutes or 20 minutes has been me cocking up. It's okay, though. This is what happens. This kit's different to the ones I've done before. So this happens. Right, so I've got to take that off. Yeah, I build lots of cross trucks. You wouldn't know it. You'd have no idea, mate. Now, I wonder if I'm going to have to take this front one off too. I'll loosen it. Because this centre piece, in fact, has to go like yay, I believe. Yes, it does. Amazing how well things fit when you have them in the right spot, isn't it? Lol. Right, so that'll sit in there. I've got to tighten my bit up. I've got to tighten my bit up. I think I've got another 2mm cross RC spanner sitting here. We all made it, says Rolf. Looks like bloody Robert's come back to join us too. Probably got a mouthful of homemade pizza. And they are 1286ers, which I believe are these. Which I believe that goes through here, if I'm correct. Did I get that right? Of course I did. One, miss the middle one, and go to the second one. Right. Progress. Progress, people. Nothing like building on live feed. Make yourself look like a noob. It's fine. It's all a part of the fun, as they say. Right. So, for my next trick, just to make sure I've done the front, I've done that one, I've done that one. Yes. Yes, I've got to change that front bolt. That's fine, I can change that. And I've got the back one in. Okay, so that's Mickey Mouse. I've just got to change that front bolt out for one of my bigger ones. Because I got carried away. Got excited. So yes, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. I'll do a little bit on it tonight. I won't do heaps. I'm planning. What do you think? Should we do a live unboxing in the morning? See if I can kick the girls out in the morning or something, so I don't have to worry about all the internet being used. Well, I'll be in trouble now. Oh, Neil, mate, you remember, just in time, Australia. Neil says that every time he's with us on a feed. Right, make sure that's going through there. Yep, lovely, wicked. And that goes into there. Even more wicked. Yep, lovely, right. Awesome. That's got that on. So now, this side, you put that there. Chassis roll goes the correct way around, would you believe? Confusing myself. Chassis roll goes on the inside of that piece. That piece goes on the outside of that piece. Right. And then I need one of these to go through with the right size driver, because that makes a world of difference. You won't get very far if you use the wrong size driver, kiddies. So that one's got to go through there, and then it's got to go through, get it right, mate, through that one. I'm correct? It all looks to be the same, so let's just say I'm correct. If I'm not, I'll just undo 1,000 bolts again. That one. Now, you should have seen me goof up the gearbox on my technical terrain tow truck. Rolf need to go, kids to school, and they need to go. Yes, lice in the morning. Lice? What are you on about, mate? You blokes reckon us Australians talk some smack. What about Rolf? Oh, live, right. I had no idea what you was on about. I shouldn't put these middle bolts in first, I've just realised this. And the only reason being, I'm still doing it up while I say it. I know the pieces on the end are going to be a smidge tight. Because the other side was. But I'll test my luck. Wait for it. Wait for Jono undoes another bolt simulator. Right, so now I need, where's my other measures? I had it here, and I'll do this all the time, and this is why any build takes me forever. Don't you hate it when you pull some parts out of a bag off a part tree? Oh, there it is. Let's see, and you can't find it until you sit there and start explaining how big a clown you are because you can't find it, and then you find it. Welcome to the world of RC. Right, that one lines up Mickey Mouse, that's good. The other side was a little tight, which is fine, doesn't matter. As long as it fits. Okay, I need to slightly loosen these off, just so I can move it about a bit. Lovely. Loosen that a bit. Just so I can, there we go. Generally speaking, you don't just smash all your bolts in and tighten them up anyway. Stay live for a while, I want to see you build it. I've got life too, Neil. I know a lot of you guys might not think so, but I'm getting angry. I can eat. Right, so this one's got to be done up. I've got to put my middle piece back in. Hope that fits. Which means I've got to take those back bolts out anyway. Anywho, do that one up. Don't want to over tighten this because I'm doing a bolt up into plastic. Welcome to getting old. Have you been told today, Neil? I don't think I'm that old yet, mate. I'll say that there's some days where I feel pretty old. Don't worry about that. Not that driver. That one. So yes, there's lots of days where I feel old. I've got to loosen that off, put that piece in, then tighten it up. Slide that in the other side. Now that way. Slide that in there. Loosen that bolt off so I can do it up into the piece it's supposed to go into. There, lovely. Tighten that back up, and then that piece is where it should be. Where I should have put it in the first place. Right. Now, for my next trick. Hopefully that will just go straight through there. It should. It should. And I know you're here. I know you're here. I've probably got one sitting here. There it is. There it is. Never fear. That one there. Slide that back. And come on, I'm going to loosen off the front ones. Lucy. Lucy, Lucy, Lucy. That's just how snug a fit these are. You can't just go smashing one in without the other. Go grab the food, then come back live again. Jeez, you must be bored, Neil, if you want me that bad. Hey? And I'll start asking questions about you. You want me that much? What am I doing? Why is my not fitting? This is why I did say, don't put these bolts in yet, but I did it anyway. I shouldn't have. Okay, that one. Go through first. While everything's got a bit of movement. Right. You're going there. Move this piece to where it's got to go, which I believe is about there. You're going in. Lovely. Right. Half past kangaroo. It must be close to 5:45 now. It's 10 to 6 in the afternoon. Is what time it is here. Right, do this one up. Do this one up. And this is why you don't just do everything up. You get all the bolts started, then you do stuff up. Top tip for free. And that goes with any kit. Right, and then we've got my big bolt here. Do this one up. And then I can do the back bolt up, and then I can bolt the front bumper on, apparently. Yep. Wow, this thing's going to look like a truck real damn quick. So I'm thinking the majority of the work involved in building this truck is going to be the body. I mean, obviously, there's still more I've got to do. But it's already looking like a truck. Where's my front bumper? Front bumper. That can be bolted straight up. That's epic. It does recommend you put the lights in first, but for poos and giggles, I'm going to bolt it on now. Because this is what I do when I build stuff. I want to see it now. Right. Well, actually, before I do that, what was that? It was 1106, which I believe was one of those, which goes in the back here. It goes in like yay. If I'm correct. Lovely. And also, if I'm correct, they are the same that's used in the front bumper. In that hole there. Wow! Looks like a truck already. Come on, sit in the chassis rail for me there if you wouldn't mind. Haven't even trimmed the dags off the chrome and I'm bolting her on. It's fine. Now here's a top tip for you. If you've got to put a bolt, well, I've got it off, I'll take the tags off. If you've got a bolt that has to go through plastic and there's no thread in the plastic, yoink! Sorry, Robert, forgot. Yoink! You got to say yoink when you cut stuff off. Where's my knife? Right. So I've got a bolt that's got to go through this plastic and then right in here, and there's no thread on it. So, and it's going to make it hard to start. Grab your X-Acto blade, do like 2 little spin rounds, just lightly. What that will do, that should put a little edge on it, just enough for the bolt to grab. Should. And if it doesn't, I'm going to look like a clown. But that sort of stuff is what you call top tips for free. See ya, mate. I thought you'd already gone. Kids are going to be late. Don't get him started with Chrome. Shush, Jacob. Shush, mate. Love me Chrome. Not as bad as Tony. I mean, I love Chrome, but I wouldn't have a full Chrome vehicle. Right, that one's going in there. Lovely. Making its own thread as it goes through. You'll notice when you have to do that, it's a little tighter than the standard bolt that's just being done up. Just make sure that's happy. What have I done? What have I done? Is that the right part? That there, through the second one. And that there's for that. It's supposed to be the right bit. Oh, I see what's going on here. It's on a smidge of an angle. That's what it is. Undoozies. That needs to come around straight, apparently. Okay. It's just a bit of a... You got to have it in the right position first, sort of a deal. Oh, God, Tony's bad. What are the rules of modified off-road truck in Australia? Don't know, mate. I haven't got a modified off-road truck. I guess it depends on who you're with, what sort of wheeling you're doing, and whatever else. Right, now that'll go. You just got to have it the right position first before you start doing it. Tony's pretty bad when it comes to chrome. I like chrome, I do. But my God, Tony'd have a full chrome car. Right, now that should be in the correct position. Yes. Lovely. Now I'm not gonna tighten that up yet because I'm gonna grab enough bolt. I'm gonna start this side first. Making sure that's in the chassis rail, then slide that forwards. And then that should, or is it not back far enough? It's close. Everything's very nice, tight fit, like GTA 5. Epic Stewie. I do a Stewie sometimes when I'm annoyed with things. Not much tolerance there. Very, very close. That's where she's got to be. You've got to have it lined up just Mickey Mouse, mate. I believe. Am I not lined up Mickey Mouse enough? It might have moved. Tell you what I'll do. I'll start the screw the other side. I used to do a lot of different accents and voices and stuff. Tama loves it. I told her I'm going to jump on. We play a lot of Overwatch on the PlayStation. I told her I'm going to jump on there. I'm going to do different voices on the voice comms. Come on, guys, let's go kill some people. Yeah. Christian Oliver's joined us. The forgotten face of RC. Christian's been rather busy. Right. You call it what? What do you call what? We have all chrome cars. They're called Peterbilts. Oh, Jesus. That's even worse. Sorry, but it's true. Right, what was I doing? I was starting this. That one started. That one's not. I do a good redneck voice too, but some people get offended by it. It's like, we're only having fun, mate. I don't like when you make fun of me, mate. I'm not making fun of you. I'm just having some fun up here. Building some RC stuff. It's all about the fun. That's what we do. I grew up in the 80s. Had a lot of chrome. Oh, I grew up in the 80s. We had a lot of chrome. But no one ever had a full chrome car. That's just too far, man. Too far. Right. Let me try this again. Touch the bumper. Attempt 346. I've got to remember I have to have that sitting properly before I think, otherwise nothing will think. Don't know, mate. Been pretty quiet. Pretty quiet. But I mean, besides from RC stuff, I'm pretty quiet on Facebook lately too. Right. Right, in she goes. I mean, as I'm sure a lot of you guys would understand, RC stuff takes up a lot of my time. Takes up a lot of my time. Because, I mean, I'm not just doing live feeds and builds and whatever else. I'm helping companies with customer service and stuff like that as well. So I have 2 Arab friends with chrome cars. Yeah, but that, I mean, without sounding racist or rude or anything else, there's a lot of Arab people that have got big fancy cars and they gold chrome them. Is it gold chrome or just chrome? I mean, it's sort of it's an in thing there. I mean, gold's a nice colour, chrome's a nice colour, but I couldn't do a full car. No way. Right. Winning. Right. That's where we're at. First shiny pieces on. Chassis rails is together. I mean, so far everything's gone together pretty well. Yeah, there's some parts that you sort of got to wiggle and jiggle about a bit, but that's only because the tolerances are so fine. One is gold chrome and one is red chrome. Sorry, mate, but no way. Here at BCRC, we love our bumpers. You damn right we do, mate. I tell you what. Yes, we do. So, I mean, we've done pretty good on this live feed. We've built 4 wheels and tyres, and we've built this much of a chassis. It's already starting to look like a truck, people. Excuse the noise. I mean, look, it's basically ready to drive. That gives you a good idea of how low everything's going to sit in this truck. You could put an interior in here. You could put an interior in this truck. Just putting it out there. Anywho, so distracted. All right, I think that's going to do it for now, because I'm going to go and get something to eat. And then I might tinker with this a little bit more tonight, because it's a bit cooler today, so it's not 1,000 degrees in my garage. So later on I'll come out and I'll do a little bit more, post up some progress pictures. I'll tell you what, because you guys have been good sports, I'm going to show you what we're going to unbox tomorrow. So I expect everyone to be watching. It'll be around, in between 10 and 11 start time again. It just seems to work well for, that sort of time is Friday night in America, so we get lots of people. We get lots of people wanting to sit down, have a beer, have a watch and a chat. So, you know I love lacrosse stuff. This is what we're going to unbox tomorrow morning. It's the SU4C. Huh? Now this is the hard body 4-door full scale interior version, essentially, of what I'm building now. I work till 11:30. Man, I can't please everyone. So now there's reasons I'm building a Lexan body truck and there's reasons I'm building a hard body truck. The reason I'm building a hard body truck is because, I mean, oh my God, scale. The reason I'm building a Lexan truck is I want to see how scale I can make it. Oh my God. I think, besides the body pins, which I'm fine with, on this truck I'm fine with, besides the body pins, it's going to be pretty hard to tell the difference between which is a hard body and which isn't. That's what I'm going for. So, tune in tomorrow morning, my tomorrow morning, your tomorrow night, whatever. I'll post up a daily about an hour or something before the live feed starts. Tomorrow we're going to unbox the Cross RC SU4C. Shut up, Neil, whatever your name is. I don't need help. I need more paint. I need more paint, man. A beater and a scaler. No, a scaler and a scaler, because this thing here, I know it hasn't got an interior, but I reckon I can talk to some people. I reckon we can get an interior in this truck easy. 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 I don't know. I mean, I can look at the interior that comes with the SU and say, maybe I can buy another interior, chop this, chop that, make it fit. So, Brian Parker's joined us, everyone. Everyone say hello to Brian Parker. About time you joined us, Brian. It's been forever, mate. So yes, in the morning we're going to do another live unboxing, which is epic. Brian's saying good morning. It's 6 p.m. here. Sorry. Good morning, Brian. Thanks for joining, buddy. Much appreciated. So yes, in the morning, another epic live feed. And hopefully, I mean, the last one's already over 5,500 views, which is just, woof, that's crazy. 5K views overnight is ridiculous. Hopefully, I'm putting it in your hands. Let's smash 6K views overnight with this next truck, because it's just epic. Epic. All right. Look, Brian, I really apologise, mate. You've just joined and we're about to shut up shop. Sorry about that. So, anywho, what we did today, just so, I mean, Brian's joined us and a couple others have joined too. We built some wheels. These are heavy. We built some wheels and tyres. Wanted to say congratulations on your mag tag. Been in the magazine's way cool. Thank you, mate. I really appreciate that. Funny story. I had a dude about 6 months message me and said, dude, I'm sure your camel truck's in RC Action magazine. I was like, I couldn't tell you, mate. Honestly, I've got no idea. And then, yeah, Misty the other day sent me a message and said, is this your garage? I'm like, yeah, that's mine. So apparently twice now I've been in that magazine, which is epic. I just wish I could get a copy of the magazine. So, yeah, that's awesome. I'm pumped about that, mate. Onwards and upwards, bigger things this year. I've been very blessed with RC so far, and this year I want to try and do more where I can work with some companies, review and unbox their stuff here, and then say, okay, now we're going to give it away to one of you guys. That's what I want to do. Long night catching some more Zeds. No worries, dude. Thanks for stopping by. All right, so for those that joined late, we built some wheels and tyres. We didn't build the tyres; they come built. Wheels and tyres for the Cross FR4C. They're just delicious. Yum. So we built 4 of those, and they're heavy. And we constructed this much of the chassis. And I didn't swear once. So that's good. Look at that pretty chrome. Oh, love that. Anywho. So, tune in next time for the unboxing of the Cross RC SU4C. Premium scale. If you like scale, you need to tune in tomorrow, because it's got everything. I'm not going to tell you. You have to watch. All right. Thanks for stopping by. Give it a share. Much appreciated. And we'll talk to you tomorrow. Ding.